I was saying from the beginning, the objective for today is you should be able to create database, you should be able to create table, and then at least understand the processes involved in inserting records into your database. Now, if you want to create a database, the command or the statement looks like an English statement. So you just say create database, and then the name of the database will come. Now, as soon as you just highlight this code and click on this execution button you see up here, your table will be created. As you can see, we have that table created here. Oh, sorry, we have that database created here. So this is the database. Now, inside of the database, there is no table. So if you click on it, you see that there is no table. Anytime you want to expand a database or a table, you just click on the plus icon. You just click on the plus icon. Now there's no table inside of this database. So what we are going to do is we are just going to quickly create a table inside of this database. And then for the purpose of our classes, I will not create anything long or a table with, several columns. So I'll just go ahead and create a table with 2 columns. So I'll just say create table. When you are creating database, the keyword database is important. The same way when you are creating table, the keyword table is also important. So you just click on create table, or you just type create table, and then the name of the table will come. So maybe I'll just say customer login. So when I say customer login, I'll just bring a bracket. That's open a bracket and close a bracket. Then I'll enter to split this up. In between this area that you have split, you can see that the column started from here and ended at this point. In between the column is where you are going to put your what's the name? Where you are going to put all your columns that you want inside of this table. I'm sure you get it. So this is a comment. This is a comment. So comments are not part of your course. So this is just telling you what I am about to do. So this is just an English statement about what I'm doing. So now create customer table, and then the create customer database has been created. The table we want to create inside it is customer login. So we want to now bring the columns, the specific columns. Okay, in doing that, you just mention the name of the column, the data type, and the number of characters that are supposed to go inside of that column. So I can just say customer or user underscore name, and then the data type I can say varchar, and then specify how many characters that column should accept. So I can say I want it to accept, let's say, 50 characters maximum. Now I'll put comma. Comma means I want to bring another column. Okay, so now let's say I want to say user underscore pass. User underscore pass means, let's say, password. I'll bring my data type and then specify the password length. So I'll just close it. There is no more column that I want to add to this. As at now, I'm okay. But let's assume we want to add another column. Let's say the email. We just bring comma, then now say user underscore email, and then the data type, we just say varchar. Then we specify the length of that one also and close the bracket. We are fine with it. So at this point, if I just select this line of code and then click on the execution, this table will be created. So I just click on this and there's no error. So you can see commands completed successfully. So if I come and refresh this, I have to get a table created inside of my customers. So I just click on this, and then as you can see, it's expanding it. So after expansion, I'll see that customer underscore login has been created. If I want to view how the table structure looks like, I can just say select star. Star means you want everything inside of that table. So select star from, then the name of the table will come, which is customer login. Then I'll just do my termination, run this code as well, and then I will be able to see the structure of my table. So what this is going to do is to help me get the structure of my table. So as you can see, this is the structure of the table. We have username, user pass, and then user email. Username, user pass, and then user email. Now we have achieved about 2 or 3 objectives. That is create database, create table, and then also to view how the table structure looks like. Now we will go ahead and learn how to insert a record into your database. Now, keywords are very, very important. When you were creating database, you said create database. When you were creating table, you said create table. Now, as we want to input records into the database, the keyword is insert into. Insert into means you are going to put something inside of let's say a table or a container. So just say insert into, then the name of the table you are inserting the data into will come. Insert into customer login, and then you are now going to specify the columns. Okay, you are going to specify the columns, and it's the same thing as when you were creating the table. You just say user underscore name, comma, user underscore pass, comma, and then user underscore email. Then you close your brackets. Then you now say values. Now you have mentioned the columns. What is the values you want to input into that column? In doing that, you just bring apostrophe, the one single like this, and then say username. I want the username to be, let's say, DANNYCOM. Okay. Now I'll bring comma, meaning I am entering another data into another column. Then I'll do the same thing, and I'll say, okay, user pass. I'll just say password like this. Maybe this is my password. I'll just bring comma and then put apostrophe and then enter the email. Let me say dannycom at gmail.com, and then at gmail.com. Then because there is no more information coming after the email, I'll simply close my bracket and then terminate it. Now, if I highlight this particular information and run that part alone, I will get one record. So you can see one role affected, meaning I have successfully inserted one record into the database. So first, in doing a recap, if you want to get everything smooth and running, understand the process involved in creating your database, get the process involved in creating your table. Now understand how to insert records into your database. In inserting records into your database, the keyword is insert into, and then the name of the table will follow. And after the name of the table is followed by the keyword insert into, you now specify the columns inside of that table exactly as at the time you were creating. Okay, then now you bring your keyword again, values, and then input the values that will be going into those columns. If I finish and I want to see how that thing looks like, I can just write this simple statement that says select star from customer login, run it, and then I will be able to see how my database looks like. And so at this point, we have one record, and the username is DANNYCOM, the user password is there, the email is also here. So this is basically how you'll be able to create database, create table, insert records into your database, and then from there we will look at the next thing. So in wrapping up for today's section, I want to let you practice, by creating your own database, not following my approach. Get your table also created following your own column structure that you want, and then insert at least 5 records into your database. Send a screenshot after selecting star from the name of the database you have created and then send it into the group.